this video I'm going to be showing you my scalping session. Right now we're looking at S&P 500 mini futures. The time frame I'm going to be trading is 2000 tick chart. And as a price action trader, I'm only relying on the candlesticks on the chart. I only use one supportive indicator. This is the 21 bar exponential moving average. And the structure of the market right now is indicating consolidation, very neutral bias. So for this reason, I'm expecting market right now to just follow these short-term trends. There is no big trending structure right now. So I'm locating the key levels, important key levels, extremes of a trend line to understand where the market may go, where is the target, and where market may pivot. In the meantime, I'm going to be following these short-term trend lines, and the uptrend played out right now, and we are back below EMA, so I can expect right now some continuation. We'll see if we can stay below EMA. So right now what I'm going to do, I'm pretty much going to wait for structure to establish itself. I could draw some wider spike in a channel like this, but since we are in the middle of the main trend range, it's way too neutral for that, way too sideways. So you have a break in your extreme so far. We're just going sideways, and I'm just going to wait for brand new short-term trend established. So a little bit of a waiting area for me until we get something clear, because right now as you can see, no super clear bias. We're just in the middle of the main one, EMA flat. So I want something clear. All right, so we have this nice uptrend established. So I'm focusing on short-term structure while I'm navigating a consolidation like this. We have two legs down. There end up being a little bit broader channel, but there's no good entry. The lower high maybe, but it's quite congested. We had news announcement here. So right now I'm expecting second entry long at the EMA, although I have some potential overshoot. I may make it a little bit tighter. We'll see. So right now this uptrend is my main focus. Okay, so according to trendline rule, uptrend played out. We have a break, pushed to new high. There was only first entry long, so I wanted to see some second entry long. So now uptrend played out. So buyers took profits. We're breaking below EMA, so I'm drawing a little bit wider channel, expecting bearish reversal. We are in a trend range, so I expect market to pivot. So predictable behavior, nice uptrend, but there was no second entry long at the key entry point so far. So no good setup for me. So I'm just watching price action develop and following the rules. The short-term downtrend played out with the break, pushed to a new extreme. Everything played out. We're going a bit sideways, so now I'm waiting for more information. I need some new structure established because it's too neutral without a pattern. So now everything played out, and I need to wait for another channel to be established. Okay, so the downtrend played out with the break new low. We have a high low, but that's not enough for me to predict reversal at all. It looks a little bit too bearish, so I don't see a good trade opportunity just yet. I would need at minimum failed second entry short, and market keeps pushing lower as well, so I'm still waiting for some decent opportunities. So far, only the failed second entry long was one great hypervolatile setup, but other than that, it's a little bit too neutral. Alright traders, I entered a failed second entry short. New low here, first entry short pullback, second entry short failure. I talked about why the high low is not enough, but we instantly right after form a failed second entry short still above the EMA, and what I like is the nice bullish tail off of these lows. It looked super bearish, and towards the close reverse up. So I'm scalping 10 ticks, leaving one contract as a runner, and stop loss has to go one tick below the signal bar to protect my trade. Downtrend played out, and we got the scalp. So I'm gonna tighten the runner to break even because it's just a bonus. So the failure is a reversal pattern. This is why I have to skip the high low. It was also too steep. Alright, our runner just got hit. Why the trap is not going higher? It's too bearish, so I will definitely not take high-low confirmation setup. Uptrend played out, so I may have gotten lucky here on the failed second entry short, but we'll see now. I want to see uptrend going higher for me to draw some wider channel, so we'll see right now. The trade managed to work at least for a scalp. That's the beauty of being a scalper, is that it's so much easier to predict very tiny price movement. Alright traders, I came back from my break. Looks like we had some significant sell-off working lower. We had attempt to test the new extreme, but attempt failed because prices are going back into trend range. We had decent uptrend established, but just as I came back, we were breaking new high. So if we keep working higher, I'm going to widen the channel. But as of right now, I respect the breaking new high. Because market keeps working higher, I decided to draw a wider uptrend. We have small overshoot which can generate stronger pullback, so I will skip the second entry long mini fail breakout. But if I get a high low above EMA, it would be hard for me to not take it. Even though I have small overshoot, it is so tiny I can widen it a little bit Doesn't look that bad, so we'll see if I can get some high-low confirmation set up above the EMA. The trend continues, so I'm definitely thinking about buying. There was no high-low. We have a lot of matching highs, 2 legs down, but there was no high-low. I'm looking for another second entry long, but problem is the short-term downtrend is still in play. Looks like 1 leg down, so I need some stronger pullback. But I'm thinking about buying after this correction plays out, or at least attempt. The market is going to close soon, but I'm still looking for the last second entry long at the EMA here, because the uptrend is still in play. Alright, cheers, I'm going to wrap it up with my one trade. So this is the overall structure for today. We're going to go through the chart, how it today developed. We started in a consolidation, 2 legs down and 2 legs up. So once I'm playing a trend range, you can see you really want to use these 2-legged pullbacks, measured moves, because in trend ranges, we generally expect trends to pivot quickly, and this will give you an idea of where the market may pivot and what is the potential target. 2 legs up, 2 legs down. There was no good setup. This lower high is quite tempting, but we're going quite sideways. Then after 2 legs, taking a failed second entry short above EMA would be okay, but it's right around the news. It didn't form that clean, so we can't really take it. Then in a trend range, I just followed the most recent structure, focusing on the trend line rule and taking a high probability setup near the EMA. New high count reset, we only had first entry long, horrible bar, new high. Lower high is not enough. It doesn't really confirm much. You really need reversal pattern to predict bearish reversal, which you had. Failed second entry long here, decent high probability setup, new high count reset is the highest high. First attempt to go long, failed, second attempt below EMA. It's gonna fail when there's a break below this bar, it's at the EMA. So decent setup. By the time we get a new low, first entry short, second entry short, it's simply too far down, right into the count reset point, not fully at the EMA, or that's not a big of a deal, but mainly it's too far down, tail at the bottom. There's just not enough room to test the new low for this trend. After new low, a little bit unclear for a while because you're just going sideways, but I like focusing on this bigger downtrend because it has a lot of confirmations. Break, push to a new extreme, no good setup here, nothing here, lower high too far down at the EMA, new low here. Now this is not really a trend line, so you don't want to be thinking about fading, because as you can see, this kilo doesn't really have no confirmation, just one bounce here, no bounces here. But after new extreme, I like taking the failed second entry short, but it's a little bit more aggressive because there is some bearish tilt. Why this uptrend doesn't have a new high fully? The failed second entry short is below the high low a little bit, so it was more aggressive trade. I was lucky actually that I managed to get the scalp, but it's the beauty of being a scalper. You can manage to get a scalp even though the market may eventually go in another direction. But then suddenly we completely dropped lower once I was on my break. There was a new low first entry short, second entry short, which had horrible signal bars, so fortunately you can't take, otherwise there would be a losing trade. If you have some textbook bar here, you can consider, and it would being a losing trade. It's not a big of a deal because this downtrend had a big chance of getting new extreme. Then you have lower high, but lower high from above EMA. That's not good. You want to see the first entry long below EMA. That's important. It needs to form below. So you can't take this. But this lower high is decent now. It's fully below EMA. Decisive push down. At this point when you're watching this live, you're still assuming that the downtrend is going to test the new low. Decent tail at the top. So there's a decent enough signal bar. Felt second entry long looks bad. And what happened here pretty much told you that something is off here. Because why there's no new extreme after so many attempts, why we have sudden bullish rally working higher. So now probably the range is kicking in because we were in trend range the whole day, so no surprise that the bulls are back in the market. They want to go back into the trend range. Downtrend break, new extreme, decent high probability setup. It's almost double trap. There was one little pullback here, but you can basically treat it that way. It's a decent long because the downtrend played out, everything played out. All the early bulls are stopped, horrible signal bars, great bar. And high low was decent, you expect new high for this uptrend. The signal bar is very weak though, the signal bar is very weak. Watching this live, I probably would have skipped because I really need few ticks closing higher. This is quite significant, a little bit too neutral for me. But the context is solid, it needs new high. So if you took it, not that big of a deal. Second entry long below EMA I cannot take. Second entry long, downtrend in play, bar is too big, I cannot take as well. Big uptrend. Now the reason why I skipped this is because potential overshoot when you're watching this live. Remember, when you're watching this live, you have to be more careful. But the overshoot is so tiny. And the reason number two is you have so many matching highs here, so you can reset the count. So you can either count as a new high first entry long, second entry long technically, or because you have so many matching highs in consolidation, this is normal. You can use the latest bounce here and view it as a first entry long, second entry long. But either way, after overshoot and potential can reset, you have to be patient. It still ended up working for a scalp. I just need a high low above EMA. There was no high low above EMA here. Horrible signal bar here again. This second entry long ended up working. Something told you that this is going to work even though the downtrend is in play. But we simply can't break the rules. We have to follow the rules. And the downtrend, you really cannot draw it like this. This is incorrect. You cannot draw trend line for just one bar while you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars eventually. So you really need to respect it. It looks like a one leg down. I have to follow the rules. And there was no second entry long. Just break new high. It was too late. And market was about to close here. So overall structure for the day, it was a decent price action, not that eventful. There are a few good setups, but not as many, especially during this uptrend. I really expected a lot more setups here, especially high low, some second entries, but they just didn't offer it. It was too late at this point. But I hope you had a good trading day. I'm going to wrap it up, and I'm going to talk to you next time. Good luck with your trading.